This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised, as the content may include strong language, adult themes, and topics not suitable for younger listeners.
This podcast has no affiliation with any sports leagues or sports programs discussed on the show. The views expressed are those of the host and the guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organizations. Enjoy the show.
Motherfucker, we gone crazy. Yeah, what up, what up, what up? I'm in here right now, and you know I'm dressed up. I messed up a few times, but shit, so what? It's fine because I just don't give a fuck. Just don't give a what in the world, yeah. Just don't give a what in the world.
We are at the Super Bowl episode, Tommy, it's the season finale to football. I'm sad. I'm in my feels. One, Washington isn't there. I've had to swallow a lot of pride in public. I'm still wearing my Washington stuff for the people that are putting theirs away after the loss, and they won't be fucking seen of it again until we make the late run in the playoffs, and they fucking hide, just like I said last week, or 2 weeks ago, Tommy. So, how'd you do, Tommy? How'd you do that week with the bets?
Oof, I didn't do so hot. Well, I'll be honest, I went 6 for 4.
So over 500.
Yeah, not bad. And Jay, I gotta say, I'm pulling out my bets here right now, but I want you to know, I feel your pain. This was a close year. The Panthers just barely missed the Super Bowl too. Maybe not quite to the same caliber, but it's close. It's nip and tuck. I know we are going to be on the lookout next year, that's for sure. But if we take a look at these bets, you can see there's a lot of money to be made. Right off the bat, Auburn. They did pretty well against Ole Miss. I knew they would. They still remain number one. My big upset, though, Houston. Oh my God, lost to Texas Tech.
You hate to see it.
You just can't rely on Texas for anything. Whether it's the Cowboys, college, nothing. Hate it all. Pittsburgh came through for me like I knew they would. If you would have taken the upset for Pittsburgh's money line, the pink ones, you got some money on your line because they won 3-0 a shutout against the Predators.
Oh shit, let's go.
Because if we all remember, the Predators, the saber-toothed tiger, not even alive anymore. It's extinct. Why would you even bet on that animal? But in hockey news, Jay, I know this is sad, very somber. The game's lost. They lost to LA. In a game they really fucking shouldn't have. A 4-2 loss at home. I mean, it's embarrassing. But you know, you never know. Those are those sleeper games. The Canes rest up. They know they don't need to win that. It's not the end of the world.
I also took the Canes. They're one of my 3 losses that I had because I had so many wins. The Canes, though, I think, as a Canes fan, you know what? I'm going to mark it out to, it was just a wake-up game. We're going to wake up now. This is going to wake them up. This is our year still. We're still going to be hoisting the cup at the end of the year, drinking beers, brews, through that bad boy, Storm Brew. And it's just a small speed bump on our beautiful road trip to a cup.
Oh, yeah.
It woke up the boys. It's going to get them going.
You hear that? Wake up, Buttercup.
Wake up. But as I was saying, 12-3.
Nice,
I went
Jay.
4-5 on UFC. I did have myself saying in the 5th fight, like I said, why do we bet on the UFC? Because that upset really fucked up a parlay I had. I have some money there, so it was a tough one loss to take. NBA, we have Thunder cover, Spurs to beat the Bucks on Friday, and the Caps are beating the shit out of the Mavs. That's why Luka left town, if you ask me. On the NHL, I lost Canes. Caps lost to the Jets in OT. And Panthers covered. And New York sports are just atrocious, like I said. They're just terrible. College basketball, 4 for 4. 4 for 4. I know ball. And NFC, looks like they're going to take this one. Another year, a 3-peat for Eli. That's big news. and Royal Rumble winners. We both went 1 for 1. I thought you had a 2-0 win. John Cena was there in the end. The WWE creative had me going. Triple H knew that if John Cena and anybody else put CM Punk in there, everyone's going to say, okay, this is John Cena's win. They're going to sit in the WrestleMania. To main event WrestleMania. Jey Uso gets the win. Cena declares in the press conference he's going to Elimination Chamber, and he's going to win that, and then main event the second night of WrestleMania. He's getting on that card. It makes me excited for who he could possibly choose, or who he gets chosen for him as his opponent, as Jey does get the first pick of who he's going to verse. But, I mean, it's pretty exciting. John Cena could go for his 18th WWE title. 18th. That'd be huge. He'd be the most title holds in WWE.
I don't know if I could see that.
I don't think anyone can see it. But Tommy, this is our Super Bowl episode.
Right.
Super Bowl. Let's go. We have tons of Super Bowl segments for you guys. We have a football skills challenge where we went out to the field. Hoover allowed us to use their field. It was a very nice time.
Shout out to Hoover High School.
And it was a close competition. We'll have that at the end of the episode. We also have a Super Bowl trivia game show where Tommy and I will test our knowledge about the greatest game every year. And what else we got for him? We got the Mount Rushmore of Super Bowl moments. Me and Tommy will give you our top 4 of our favorite Super Bowl moments ever. We have Hear Me Out. We have Sports News Network. We have a little bit of everything. This is a super-sized Super Bowl episode, Tommy. How are you feeling about it?
I am excited. Why shouldn't you be? This is the last football we're going to get for a year. The last meaningful football. I'm sure UFL, XFL, whatever the fuck will call themselves will have something. But this is it. We are at the mountaintop. This is the thing we have been thinking about since last year. I mean, this is massive. And we are going to deliver just like DiGiorno because this episode has everything. We've got sports, we've got analysts, we've got jokes. You may even fall in love and cry with us. There's so much in store, and I just can't fucking wait to give it to them.
Tommy? Did you know that you said DiGiorno, which is a frozen homemade pizza?
Yes, and DiGiorno does not deliver. Yeah,
and
that is the joke.
That is something else. I thought he missed a joke on Dominus.
No, it's because the thing is it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. But this time DiGiorno is delivering.
You know what Pizza Hut is?
Don't out pizza the Hut.
No one out pizzas.
No one out pizzas the Hut.
No one, not a goddamn person.
I like Pizza Hut pizza.
Pizza Hut's good. Pizza Hut's going to sell a lot of pizzas on Super Bowl Sunday. It's very important. All right, guys, hear me out. Let's talk about America's team. I'm not answering the question. I'm just saying what the factual answer is. If you looked it up online, America's team is the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Like, if you ask anyone but a Dallas Cowboys fan, everyone else fucking hates them. Are we just they're just America's team because of that fucking oil salesman, that snake oil salesman Jerry Jones, that lizard-looking bitch? I digress. Even though he has the accent of someone who still owns slaves actively, but in secret, and allegedly, according to me, he was on the logs for Epstein's Island, and he was covering it up. The guy has to be up to no fucking good. He got Tony Romo on television. I didn't even want to watch him on fucking Sundays when he played. Like, why do we fucking like them? I don't get it. Fix it. Let's fix it. We can fix it. It can be fixed.
Hear me out. The Super Bowl has become way too much commercialized. The Super Bowl used to mean something. It used to be the best of the best. It used to be the best teams fighting out in a celebration of football. Now it's become about commercial space, buying these tickets at resale prices, the halftime show. It's too much. I think we need to go back to its roots. I think we need to take the Super Bowl in the opposite direction and play in an empty stadium with none of the noise, none of the commercials, just football. And we get to actually watch it and enjoy it without wondering, oh, I wonder if they're going to play that one Doritos commercial. I can't wait for the fucking Clydesdales to come out. No, none of that bullshit. Finally, we get to enjoy football the way it was meant to be enjoyed.
So hear me out, guys. I agree on the point that this is the Super Bowl that no one wanted. I wanted fucking Washington to be there. Didn't want the fucking Chiefs to be there. I wanted the Bills to be there. But even if it was other teams and not the Bills and Washington, I think I still would have fucking took anyone else other than the Chiefs and Eagles. I fucking hate both of them. Except the Cowboys, I wouldn't put them in anything except for a fucking fire. But can we just fucking, let's be truthful with ourselves. Say we're talking big on social media that we're not going to watch the Super Bowl. It's the fucking season finale to football. I'm going to fucking tune in whether it's someone I fucking hated or anything. It's the last football I get till fucking September that's meaningful of any kind. And you think I'm just going to fucking cut it off because I don't like who's in it? You're not going to fucking turn it off because you don't like who's in it. I guarantee you watch fucking halftime show at minimum. You have a girlfriend, a wife, or anything. You're going to be fucking watching that. So just shut the fuck up. You're not big. You sound fucking stupid.
All right, hear me out. We need more football. I know, big hot take. I think the football finals, the Super Bowl, is too limited. If you think of every other sporting competition, it's usually a series, which makes sense. You take the luck out of it. Basketball, baseball, these are all games of sevens, NHL. But for some reason, football is the only one where it's one and done. And I just don't think that's right. I know it's a collision sport and people are getting knocked around, hurt more. I get it. But hear me out. How often has this happened to you? You're playing the hell of a game, best game of your life. You're about to win the Super Bowl. You're up, let's say an arbitrary number, made up 25 points at halftime. And then something happens and you blow a massive lead like that. Does that really seem fair? Like in the grand scheme of things, like is that really the best performance that team has? I don't think so. I think there's too many ref decisions, luck, wind, call it what you will, fucking God intervening. But I think we need to level the playing field and average it out. I think Super Bowl should be the best of 3. You obviously can't do 7. That'd be too long. Take fucking 2 months to play the Super Bowl. I think instead, just make it a best of 3. And you can actually enjoy more football and have a little bit better competition. Finally, it feels like the teams get to compete and actually put forth the best effort. That's what I think.
So Super Bowl is a day to celebrate the football guys. Like I said in the last one, it is the season finale to football. I think Super Bowl celebrating us, like on a Mother's Day, you would celebrate the mother, do things that she would want to do. I think if you're celebrating football guys, a Super Bowl party is the last thing that fucking person would want to do. When watching football, the last thing I want to think about is, can I get my wife or girlfriend's 10 most annoying friends to the house, all trying to talk to me about nonsensical small talk while the first half is happening or while the fourth quarter's happening, maybe asking me the dumbest rules about football, like if they touch the white line, are they out of bounds? Yeah, it's called the out of bounds line, bitch. What's the yellow line? It's a fucking fake line. That means nothing. Shut the fuck up. Super Bowl parties, they claim it's for us, the football guys. No, it's not. It's for your wife to have a reason to invite people over. And a real football guy would rather fucking sit at home, kind of get the chance to focus on the game, really watch it, because football is fucking beautiful. It's art, baby. And we're about to miss it a lot. And last thing I want to do is hear some fucking just cackling and dumb fucking stories and just dumb questions over the fucking game. The gospel. The preacher is talking when the Super Bowl is on. The sermon is going. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Thank you very much.
All right, hear me out. The losing team of the Super Bowl needs more recognition. I know we all love the winners. Who doesn't? Explaining why you like winners is like explaining to someone why they like sunshine. You just do. It makes you feel good. It makes your day brighter. It just is better. But too often, the second place team, the runner-up for the Super Bowl, just gets discarded, forgotten about. Their t-shirts taken over to Africa and given to the homeless. But I feel like they need a little bit more recognition. They're the second best team that year in football. I know they keep those titles of the AFC or the NFC champion, and that's all well and good. But I think the Super Bowl runner-up needs the recognition they deserve. Maybe have their own parade. I mean, hell, they put up a good fight, and they beat so many other better fucking teams to get where they are. I just don't think it's right. As soon as that game's over, they go talk to the winning team, ask them when they're going to fucking Disney World, and you never hear shit from the other team. They deserve a little bit of praise. I think it's just fair. I know we don't like handing out the participation trophies and all that jazz, but it's silver. It's not like you're going down there and giving the Jaguars a fucking handshake for watching the Super Bowl. You're actually getting recognition where recognition is due.
Justin Tucker, kicker for the Ravens, has allegations brought against him for misappropriate conduct during massages. 9 massage therapists have brought these allegations forward where Tucker denies and says, "I always had professionalism and I've never received complaints." But I mean, who doesn't get boners during massages, Justin? The rest of us just don't remove the talon point at our boner repeatedly. In accordance, Roger Goodell with the AFC North has outlawed the use of spas and massage therapists for their players, all to combat the high rate of massage therapist abuse. This just proving the AFC North ruins everything.
Matt Stafford has recently sent a signed Lions jersey to a fan who had to sell his very own so he could afford tickets to take his children to a playoff game. Don't applaud Matt. He's only doing this so he can erase his time over at Detroit.
Conor McGregor had a coke-fueled raged rant on X, the Anywhere app. My guess is that it was enough cocaine that he forgot he wasn't in NWA and that black leprechauns don't exist.
In recent news, in a recent attempt to stop the wildfires, the LA Lakers have stepped up and traded for Luka Doncic in an attempt to get the whitest boy with the wettest jumper.
UFC's Bryce Mitchell made comments this week on a podcast saying Hitler wasn't that bad, which is a hell of a claim for someone that's taking so many headshots that he started working PR for the world's most famous genocidal meth head. At this rate, he'll defend why Mussolini would have been better if he just had better footwork.
Tensions between the U.S. and Canada are rising, as last night in the Ottawa Senators game, fans were seen booing during the U.S. national anthem. The U.S. has responded by still not giving a fuck what the Canadians think.
All right, now we're on to our new game show called Place Your Bets. We'll have Jay and Tommy read off their team names.
All right, I'm going to go first. My team name is called the Tommy Guns. It's Tommy Guns with a Z, an ampersand, the @ symbol, a star, an upside down Q, an arrow pointing right, a smiley face, hopscotch, the number 87, a horseshoe, a turkey, the square root of 944, parentheses, ghost, red onions, that's supposed to be the Mona Lisa, a hole in the ground, 3 muskrats, and a candy cane. All silent. It is pronounced Tommy Guns.
That arrow's pointing left. All right, I am the 59ers. For Super Bowl 59, it's a clever play here, and it makes sense as a word. For 59ers.
Place your bets.
100.
250.
I'm going small this first one.
Question. Which team won the first ever Super Bowl? The odds of this question are minus 325. Both are correct.
Fantastic.
Green Bay Packers. For question number 2, you all place your bets.
I got some confidence there, Jay. I don't know if I want to let it. I'm going to let it ride. I want to take my winnings and go with it. 131. What do you got, Jay?
327,
I
which
like-
is 250 plus my 77 I just won.
Hell yeah, I like it.
The odds of this one is plus 1,000. Which quarterback holds the record for most passing yards in a single Super Bowl game?
I don't know if I'm saying his name right or spelling it right.
All right.
Oh, I guarantee I have it wrong. All right, let's give it. Oh, I had Troy Aikman.
Both are wrong.
Oh, okay. Who is it?
The GOAT, Mr. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Oh, I feel.
Goddamn Foxy Tom got me again.
I almost feel stupid not.
Question 3. Place your bets.
150. 150.
Damn you.
Oh, there you go. Ah.
The odds of this one, plus 500.
Okay.
Who was the halftime performer at Super Bowl 50?
Are we good? Do we reveal our answers?
Yeah.
Your answers, boys.
Katy Perry. Bruno Mars. Who is it?
Tommy? Wrong. Jay got it.
Bruno Mars.
Let's go! Let's go!
Place your bets.
You gotta be kidding me.
Why do you need? You don't. You have the money to spend though.
Yeah.
Who was the first left-handed quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Your answers?
Terry Bradshaw.
Both are wrong.
Is Roger Staubach?
It was
Shining Eyes.
It was Ken Stable.
I would have never got that. I don't know who the fuck that is to this day.
Yeah. Who the fuck's Kim Stable?
Place your bets, guys.
$200. 50. Okay, at least it's a little different.
This one, minus 300 odds.
Okay.
All right. Who is the only quarterback to have won 7 Super Bowls?
Jose, do you want to do this real quick?
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
You guys got it. Place your bets, guys.
I got mine. Ready? 300.
I'm a man of units. I like to bet that's my block. I put it on a parlay. 25, 25, 25. That's my move. I'm gonna stick to it in this game. I feel like it's gonna pay off.
Being honest, I see most of his bets.
What we got?
This one is a minus 150 also on the odds.
Okay. Make a little money.
And I feel like you two should get this. If one of you all missed this, I don't even know why we're here. Which 2 teams play in the Super Bowl every year?
Faithful viewers. I may have gotten this one and see if Jay can figure it out. I don't know it for sure.
I think I was going too literal.
I just hope. I don't know if you guys know. AFC and NFC champs. Jay's gonna be a bitch and keep doing 250, 300.
More of the same.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't blame him. Bitch and keep doing 250, 300.
More of the same.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't blame him.
This one is a minus 500 odds.
This is where I was going with my fucking money. Breaking winning. What we got?
You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
What team won the Super Bowl despite entering the playoffs with a 9-7 record?
LA Rams.
Jay, you got it.
Giants.
They beat the undefeated Patriots.
Yep.
Jay, you got it. Place your bets, boy. Oh, well.
167. 750.
I was
Fuck.
gonna make this one a game.
Plus 200. Now, reading this question, I don't even have to look at the sheet. I know this one. And I know, if I know this one, I know that Jay has to know it. I don't know if Tommy would know it, but I would know. What team lost 4 straight Super Bowls in the 1990s?
To be fair, Tommy, I told you on one of the first episodes.
Damn, I shouldn't have been hanging out with Aaron Rodgers in that ayahuasca tent during that first week of filming. I forgot everything.
And I think it was the years me and you were born.
You ready?
Redskins? Buffalo Bills. No, that... Because we talked about...
The Redskins beat Buffalo in 92 to win their last Super Bowl that they won.
Yeah.
Place your bets.
300. That's all I have left.
2025.
Nice.
2025.
So even if you get that wrong, I still can't win.
Yeah. Yep, that's big.
This one is a...
You got probably one of the hard ones. There's 4 hard questions in there that are like extremely hard questions.
This odd is plus 350.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. This one's a question. What company is famous for producing Super Bowl commercials featuring the Clydesdale horses?
Fun fact, those commercials and horses are actually filmed very close to here in West Virginia in Barbersville.
I know that one. This one's for the viewers out there.
Yep.
There's no answer there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On the horses, Budweiser. I'll do
Well,
it.
in the episode, you won't be a complete loser.
Both you all got it. Both.
We're at Herbert Hoover High School today doing a football guys skills challenge for the Super Bowl. We are ready to get after it. Let's go. Woo. All right, this is our first challenge. We are going to do field goal frenzy. We're going to draw. We have 30 spots on the field in this helmet here. We're going to draw one each time. We get 5 attempts, alternating, and whoever makes the most field goals from their spot wins the challenge. Let's go. I got first, and I'm going to draw.
Let's see what he gets. Not good.
20-yard line right hash.
Easy peasy.
20-yard line right hash. Let's go. Going second for the first round of this one. He's picking now.
25-yard line, right hash.
25-yard line right hash. Let's go. Oh, you're towing the piss out of it. All right, Tommy's drawing round 1. He's the last to go in round 1.
.35-yard line, left hash.
35-yard line left hash. Let's go.
Terrible.
Round 2, shot 1. Here we go. Drawing. 25-yard line right hash.
All right. All right, Zach. Tip number 2. Let's get it.
25-yard line, left hash.
25-yard line, left hash. Let's get it.
All right, guys, round 3. We got extra point distance, middle hashes.
Jesus. That's good. Zach, number 3. What you got?
Ooh. Extra point distance, right hash.
All right.
All right, final of round 3, Tommy Bones.
20-yard line, middle hash.
That's not bad. It's not bad. No. Round 4, go 1. Let's see what I get.
Don't do a CFC.
20 yard right hash.
Okay.
Oh!
Where you at, Jack?
35 yard line, right hash.
Yikes, 35 right hash. That's good.
All right, Tommy. Last draw of round 4.
Fucking open it. 20 yard line, left hash. There you go.
Round 5. Let's go.
60 yards, 60 yards.
25 yard right hash. Gives me a chance.
That's short.
5 attempt 2 for Mullins. He's got to make this to stay alive. What has he got? He's going to draw that 60. 60 yarders in there.
25 yard line,
Middle.
All right.
That's up.
middle hash.
Staying alive. All right, 5. Last attempt. If Tommy misses, we go into extra.
40 yard line, right hash.
Yes. So we're going to go right down the middle. All right, guys, we're going into challenge 2. It is punt pandemonium. We're going to draw random slips out of the helmet, and that's our distance to punt from. For the points, if you land inside the 25, you get 2 points. If you land inside the 15, you get 5 points. If you land inside the 5, you get 5 points. If you go into the end zone, you lose 2 points. All right, Zach's going to go first. He is drawing first.
Yard line, middle of hashes.
All right, first attempt. Let's see where I'm punting from. 50 yard line, left hash. Ooh, we're taking all the hard ones out first.
First go around 1 for me. Let's go. Opposite far 40 yard line, right hash.
Don't put it together.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, it's coming right at us.
Second attempt.
You're in the lead now.
35 yard line, right hash.
All right.
You're back in.
5.
5.
There we go. Okay.
All right, got Tommy. Round 2. Draw 2. Let's see.
$45 yard line, right hash.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Short. This one spin backwards. That's negative points.
I'm trying so hard not to.
All right. Round 2. Here I go. What am I getting? Watching me far 40 again. 45 yard line, left hash. 45 left hash.
All righty.
That's really big and go for it. That's out.
Die.
First attempt. Let's see if I can get something long here. 35-yard line, left hash.
Five. Number 3.
Let's go. Number 3, Tommy. Get something good here.
Opposing far 40-yard line, middle hash.
Middle hashes. Fuck. Oh, that's rolling in.
5 points.
2. Guys, attempt 3. Let's go. Let's see what I can get here. 35-yard line right hash.
Right hash.
There you
Right
go.
hash.
All right, Zach, number 4.
Fourth attempt.
You got it.
Do it today. 35-yard line, right hash.
35 right hash. Let's do it.
Attempt 4. Attempt 4.
Zach finished beat by 13. 45-yard line, middle hash.
Two. All right.
Fourth attempt, Jay.
Ball don't lie. Let's see what we get here. Ball don't lie. 45-yard line right hash.
Not terrible.
45-yard line. Let's go.
9.
Yeah. Literally impossible for us to beat Zach.
45-yard line, middle hashes.
That's okay. Me and Jay are now fighting for silver because Zach just knocked us out of contention.
Round 5. Last one.
35-yard line, middle of hashes.
All right. Let's go.
It's 5.
I have to hit a 10 to beat Tommy for second place. A 10-point. Opposing 40-yard line right hash. I got the hardest one.
Big hop.
Damn.
I have to hit a 10 to beat Tommy for second place. A 10-point. Opposing 40-yard line right hash. I got the hardest one.
Big hop.
Damn.
All right, guys, and for challenge 3, we're going to have a fair catch where 5 punts will be landing to the person inside the 50-yard circle for the soccer field. You have to catch the ball to get it. The only way to hit a point is to catch out of 5. Whoever has the most catches out of 5 wins this one. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's go. You got it, you got it. I've got it now.
No good.
This one. I've got it now. It's in the. It's in. Here's one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's an excellent one for content that you missed that.
You got it, Zach? Ah.
It's for the win.
All right, guys, and we're going to get to our final challenge. It is a QB skills challenge. We're throwing to the corner, bucket down here from the 3-yard line. You hit a 3-stop drop, aim for the bucket. Best of 5 throws wins. We're going to alternate each to see who's going to take this one home.
About to make it rain.
Go. Set, go. Oh.
All right, let's get it. Close.
Just raise it up to it. When you sit sideways.
Go.
Come on.
Way too strong.
Just keep it
I've been working on. A little too far over. Good. Yep. That was good.
Let's go.
Come on.
That's good.
Go.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, you fucking. Oh, you fucking kidding me?
No. That felt bad.
I'm not a football guy.
There you go.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, man.
That looks good, T-Bones. Back.
Go.
Is that it?
Nope.
God damn it.
All right, Jay. Let's get it cool in here. Let's take it to the ice. NHL parlays. What do you got?
For me, I have a 4-legger for the fans. Let's see where we're starting here. We got the Rangers money line over the Penguins in New York. The Penguins have been kind of lackluster this year. The Rangers are at home. I've been pissed off at the Rangers beating me in playoff games before in the past. I think they always show up at home too. I think this one is a close one. You get good odds. Rangers money line. Next, I'm going to go Dallas to cover against the shitty San Jose Sharks. They should just add it in there, another S. Shitty San Jose Sharks. They are garbage. Dallas is good. I think they cover in San Jose's house. They're going to repaint that barn black, green, and gold. For the next one, we have a California game. Kings versus the Mighty Ducks. They don't call them the Mighty Ducks anymore.
Why?
I would, because the new Ducks suck. And that should be their motto. The Ducks suck. I'm going Kings money line over Mighty Ducks in L.A., and last, I take them every week. That's my team. I stand by them through and through, even though they fucked me last week. And they traded Marty. They traded fucking Marty. I'm going Hurricanes money line over Utah Hockey Club in Raleigh Wood. We are at home.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be electric. The PNC is a fucking electric factory. I'm going Hurricanes money line to beat Utah's sexy-ass female coach. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. Tommy, what do you have on yours this week?
Jay, man, I think you're blinded by the beauty because it is no longer PNC Arena. It is now the Lenovo Stadium. That's right. Raleigh changed its stadium in the offseason this last year. Yikes. I hope they don't catch that. But everything else you said was pretty much correct because I'm taking the Hurricanes to cover too. They're at home. They need this win. They're right there sitting on the higher end of their division, that Metro, which is a very tough division. Let's all be fucking honest, probably the toughest. And to keep that spot, they need to keep the wins coming. Even though this isn't conference, they've got the skill. And Utah hasn't been performing well. They're still not even figuring out their name. They can't figure out their name because they lost the copyright to a fucking cooler. Like anyone's going to get the Utah Hockey Yetis mixed up with the Yeti fucking cooler. That doesn't even make sense. Regardless. Canes to cover. And then I'm taking the Red Wings over the Lightning. Tampa Bay's not playing very hot right now. I know Baker was in the kitchen. Tampa looked hot in football. But everywhere, man, Florida is just not doing what it needs to do. And the Red Wings are looking good. Detroit also not the best going with football. But I need to quit going back to football. I just got football in the brain. I'm trying to get it all out before the season's over. Next week, folks, no more football. We just have to accept that. So I know. Reach out to a loved one. People are going to be suffering. Call your friend who you know likes to gamble and drink on Sundays because he may not be doing so hot. You need something else. Introduce him to a new sport. Pickleball even. Just make sure he's getting out and gambling. Also the ladies too. Back to our parlays. I'm taking the New Jersey Devils over the Canadiens. They're at home, and New Jersey just needs to show the Canadians booing at the national anthem is unacceptable. I don't fucking care what's going on in politics. That's my anthem. You stand, you take your hat off, you show some fucking respect. Devils, show them what it's like to be in the Metro. Fuck them up. And that's what we got for hockey.
And we know how Tommy feels about the NFL players that kneeled.
Ooh,
he just painted that picture. All right, before we get someone canceled, we're going to go on to our next parlay. I'm a basketball Jones. A basketball Jones. Tommy, we are on to our NBA parlays for the weekend. It's Super Bowl weekend. I wouldn't recommend watching basketball, but they have put some good basketball in front of us. Tommy, what are you betting this weekend?
Ooh, I got a nice little parlay cooking up here. First off, we're starting in Texas for a little hometown rivalry of sorts. Houston Rockets versus the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks, can't say enough bad things about them. Wow. I feel like we need a special episode just to talk shit about the Mavericks and what that dog shit trade did for them and kind of how it fucking put ripples through the entire NBA.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this specific game and taking the Rockets to cover.
That's easy,
man. The spread is changing constantly because people cannot just put a nail on how bad Mavericks are. But whatever they've set the line at, you're good a few points. Take the Rockets to cover. Then, kind of piggybacking off this, Luka is supposed to make his debut Saturday. Yeah.
I know. Go.
Everyone's fucking excited.
7-7.
At home, too, in L.A. Luka may have started practice on Wednesday, but I don't think he needs that much practice. I think he's going to go in there and just go fucking off. He's been resting. His shit's together. And L.A. is not used to having superstars doing their own fucking thing. They just let them go crazy and have fun with it, and they win. That's how LeBron plays. That's how Luka's going to have his game on point. Take the Lakers to cover against the Pacers. I know Pacers are good. It's going to be a high-scoring game. You may want to take the over with this as well. Then finally, the Hawks and Wizards. Wizards are in the bottom of the division. Not so good. Hawks, a little bit better. I don't like betting on Atlanta teams. Kind of a general policy of mine. We can all remember a very famous Super Bowl that didn't go so hot. I know this is basketball, but kind of the same effect. But we're going to take Atlanta anyway. Take the Hawks to cover against the Wizards. They're even more ass. Jay, what do you got?
What I have this weekend, there's some good money out there. This will be a competitive one. Celtics versus Knicks. Celtics money line. That is in New York City. The Knicks are good. They're just as they're like number 2. I was almost said they're just as good as us, but No one compares to the Boston Celtics. No one. All right, and the next one I have, Pacers versus Lakers as well. Like you said, rumored to be Luka's first game. If he plays, I don't see a way that game goes where he doesn't go off. He is mad at the Mavericks. He's going to show them on live television, prime time, they have fucked up more than they're already being told on primetime television that they have fucked up. I think he's going to lay a 30 out there. He's going to lay it. He's going to put out a tweet that's not exactly, but he's going to let him know. Y'all just fucked up. Now you fucked up now. Now you fucked up.
Do you think that tweet's going to be AI generated, like his goodbye letter?
Yeah, probably. No, and let's get this clear. No one in the history of anyone has ever said, I want to live in Dallas for the rest of my life. That was definitely AI written, because no fucking human would write that, besides Jerry Jones' ugly ass.
Dak Prescott hopes he can live in Dallas the rest of his life. Otherwise, he's going to be homeless.
But if you watch Luka, this white boy has more splash than a fat kid at the pool. And I'm going Moneyline Lake Show. Next one, I have Golden State versus Chicago. Golden State's rocky. Not even Jimmy Buckets wants to go there. And neither does Kevin Durant. They're both denied it. I think Bulls Moneyline, Golden State, and got that same pop and sizzle this year.
I like it.
Chef Curry, it's more like Chef Aisha Curry cooking at home because Steph ain't cooking right now.
No,
he's having his meals made for him. And last, I have the Thunder at Grizz. It's going to be a good game.
Ooh,
good game. I'm going Thunder money line, and then on your bet slip, don't be shy. Bet shy Gilgeous Alexander, SGA over 28 points. I'm going Jaw over 25. A little same game parlay right there to end that one out. That is my NBA plays for this week, Tommy. I think that it's going to be a swish. A swish.
Now, I heard a rumor today. This is completely aside from our current parlays. Kevin Durant looking at going to the Mavericks to fill in that little spot they've missed. How do you think that is going to... I know Kevin Durant's hard to fucking place because he's all over the fucking map. Do you think the Mavs actually have a shot at filling this spot, or have they completely just written off the fucking season? They said, we're trading Luka, we'll try again next year.
Which is crazy because Mavericks were in the finals last year.
Right.
That's crazy. And they blew up the whole team.
And they're still getting AD. I mean, they're not getting no one.
Yeah, so I think... what are you going to trade for him? That would come on the hands of, like, the Phoenix just saying, we'll take the fucking washing machine for him, get him out of here because he does not want to be here anymore. Like fucking semi-pro, trading for Ed Monix. Yeah. They're going to trade a fucking appliance for him. Like, what do they have? You're going to trade AD who just got there? You don't have anything else unless you're unloading Kyrie. It's just not going to happen. I don't think they get him for nothing. I think the Suns would make him finish the season before they give him away for nothing. It'd be stupid.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's fair.
All right, rumors put to bed. All right.
All right, Tommy. And we have college basketball. We have a great slate of games. Like I said, basketball tried to outdo the Super Bowl football fans, but you know what? You fucking are going to lose. But I like the gumption.
Yeah.
I like that you went out there and put it all out there for us to bet on right before we bet it all again on the Super Bowl. Tommy, how are you going to make some money for your bank the next day to bet on the Super Bowl?
My heart tells me to go fucking nuts on Saturday and just bet the house. But I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to play a little conservative, have some money, because I am going to go nutso on Sunday. That being said, first off, I like Michigan State, Oregon. Number 9 at home. I think you take Michigan State to cover. They've been looking good this year. They got some solid talent. Oregon, middle of the road. Not much to write home about. Then, number 4, Tennessee going over to Oklahoma. I like the Volunteers. I thought Tennessee was fire last year, and I took them very high in my bracket just to be disappointed. I think they're making up for it this year. I think it's going to be another great run at the stance, and I think this is going to be a great example. I think they're going to win big against the fucking Sooners. And then lastly, the Cyclones, Iowa State versus TCU. I really fundamentally do not like TCU. I don't know if it's the fucking Horned Frogs, their mascot, the TCU. I don't like the shape of the letters. I don't know if it's the colors, the purple and silver gray.
That's my favorite part about them.
I don't know what it is about it. I just do not like that school. It's just one of those things. You ever had those people you work with? Like, you can't really pinpoint it, but you just want to punch them in their face. They haven't done anything wrong to you. They're perfectly fine.
Yeah, like when you pick against the Ducks.
Like when I pick against the Ducks. Exactly. See, Jay wants to beat the shit out of me right now.
Or the Commanders.
He gets it. I did make some money on the Eagles. That being said, taking number 8 Iowa State, you're taking the favorites today. You're going to take Michigan State, Tennessee, Iowa State, all to cover the spreads. That's the only way you're going to make money. You can take the money line, be a little pansy if you want, or you can have some hair on your cojones and take some spreads and make some money with me. Jay, what do you got?
For mine, I'm going to start on Friday. I'm going to go UConn to beat St. John's, and one where UConn is actually not favored to win. It is at UConn. Why? Because Dan Hurley is the best coach in the sport. He said it himself to a referee. He said, "Don't disrespect me. I'm the best fucking coach in the sport." He has won the big dance 2 years in a row. He's went through the field of 64 and 1.
Oh, yeah.
The confidence someone has after doing that twice is unfucking real. I like it. That is a winner's confidence.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going UConn to beat St. John's. I'm going Oregon. Money line over Michigan State at Michigan State. Go Ducks. Go Ducks. And I don't need to explain that one too much. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oregon is going to beat Michigan too on the way there. It's going to be, we're going to win it. We're going to win it. I don't need to convince anybody. I'm going also, so last week I took Oklahoma to upset Norman. I feel like I'm an Oklahoma Sooner confidant now. One of the big ball knowers of Oklahoma ball. And I'm taking them to lose at home to Tennessee. Tennessee over Oklahoma on Saturday. I'm going Auburn over Florida. It's a close spread in that one. I'm going money line over Florida in Auburn. Everyone I think is feeling like Florida's going to go into Auburn really upset what they got going on, put a second loss on that record. I don't think that happens. I think it's a wish and a fucking dream, and you're going to lose money. Put it on Auburn. Be safe.
Nice.
I'm going to also go Duke. Money line over Clemson in Death Valley.
Oh.
Saturday, I think white boy Cooper Flagg's going to ball.
Yeah.
Gonna ball. I need not say more. And then Arizona money line over Texas Tech in Arizona. Arizona's a good ball club. I actually had them in my bracket last year to win it all.
Texas Tech just worries me.
Zona at home. I'm going Zona.
Taking the money line or spread?
Money line.
Okay, that's better.
Money line. And let me just tell you, if you follow me, I was fucking money last week. I lost 3 bets the whole weekend. I spit facts. I'm speaking right here to you at home. I don't fucking lose. You're going to make good money on Saturday, go into Sunday, make more fucking money. Have a beignet. Have some wings. Have some gumbo.
But how are they going to do that if they've already lost on the Oregon game?
Tommy, you're fucking wrong and you know it. Oregon.
I think the Ducks are going to lay an egg. Damn, that's a good impression.
It's solid Donald Duck.
Coming to you live from Sydney, Australia, UFC 312 main card. In the welterweight division, we have Jake, the Celtic Kid Matthews. He is a 20-7 fighter, coming in at a minus 235 favorite. He is versing Francisco Prado. He is a 12-2 fighter, coming in at a plus 180 underdog. Back to the studio.
All right, Tommy. We have Jake, the Celtic Kid Matthews versus San Francisco Prado. The second name's probably a little bit like, right over your head. What are you feeling on this one?
I'm glad to know I've already have a notorious reputation for mispronouncing names. I'm going to lean into it and not learn any names the entire time we do this podcast, which will be forever. So I'm just never going to learn their names. So that being said, yeah, I don't like Francisco. He's got a weird face. It's all chin. That big of a chin, he's going to get hit all day. I don't know what time it is. I know it's in Australia. I don't know if it's going to be middle of the day, nighttime. I don't know what time it is, but he's going to be beaten up. I think you take Jake Matthews on this one. He's the heavy favorite. I think there's a good reason for that.
I'm in line to believe you on this one. Prado's coming off a loss at UFC Noche against Daniel Zellhuber. It was a close fight, but Zellhuber pieced him up with boxing. Matthews has decent boxing. Matthews is a really good wrestler, and it's like the control type of wrestling where you get a lot of ground control time, ground shots, things like that wear on you each round. I think that's what he's going to do here to Francisco. And he's just going to wear on him. Third round, he's going to have a good round, and it's just going to be a unanimous decision win, I think, here. I'm thinking Jake Matthews money line, obviously. And if you're brave, I'd go by decision.
Oh, you think it's...
Yeah, I think so. But you're right, Francisco Prado does have a big chin, and they call people in the UK who get knocked out a lot chinny. So maybe that is a precursor to him getting knocked out. Maybe. I don't know. I think it goes to a decision here, but maybe he's chinny. For the second fight of the evening, we have Jimmy the Brute Crute. His record is 12-4-1, and he is coming in at a plus 130 underdog. His opponent, Rodolfo Traitor Bellato. He is a 12-2 fighter, coming in at a minus 166 favorite. Back to the studio. All right, Tommy. We have Jimmy the Brute Crute versus Rodolfo Traitor Bellato. I know the name's going to stumble you up, Tommy. Are you going with Jimmy Crute?
No. I'm a traitor to the brutes. I gotta say, Rodolfo is 12-2. He's just got fewer losses. I know they have the same win record, but just a little bit edge. It's neck and neck. And once again, going off looks, Rodolfo looks like a dumb guy. Like, he looks stupid, and those dumb guys are hard to beat sometimes.
You can't kill stupid.
I know. Ooh, I think that you're a safe bet on that one. What do you think?
I'm thinking Bellato as well. Crute's record in the last 4 fights is 1-3.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I think this loss will actually get him removed from the UFC roster, even though 12-5 isn't a terrible overall record. I think this one, if he loses to this guy, he's going to be out. And unfortunately, I think that's just the way it's going to be for this Aussie. He's going to get kicked out of the UFC in front of his own people. Sad to see, but we're here to make money, not fucking care about people's feelings. So I'm going Bellato to end Crute's UFC run.
Do you think that's why Dana told him to buy just a one-way ticket down to Australia?
He's like, you know what? Don't plan a vacation after, because you're going to need that money. Your family has to eat.
You can't live off kangaroo meat all the time.
Plus, you suck at fighting. They probably beat you up. All right, next, Tommy, we have Justin the Bad Man Tafa. Aussie. He's from Aus. He's an Aus. Versus Taliesin Zhao Zhao Teixeira. Tommy, don't say the dude's ring name, but what are you feeling on this one?
I'm actually liking the Aussie for this one. I like the upset. Every now and again, you see the home country kind of give a boost to the UFC fighters. I think this is one of the ones, because we just bet against the Aussie on the last fight. I think this is the one where he actually gets some home field advantage on his fight. It's a little bit of an underdog, but I think you need to take an upset on one of these fights, and I think this is the one to definitely do it. No real rhyme or reason. I know the other guy is undefeated still, but that's one of the reasons I still don't like betting on the undefeated guys. They have to fall eventually, and it always seems to be when I bet against them or bet for them.
I think on this one, Justin, I like Justin. Justin's a likable UFC fighter. He's just like one of the regular old Aussies that like drink shoeies and He's a fucking wild man. He's going in to fight somebody. He's not going to wrestle. He's going to fist fight somebody. Him and his brother both in the UFC. I like Justin. Like I said, he's more likable, has KO power. His record's a little bit back and forth as of late, but I feel like this is a good opponent to take his first loss. I think Justin's going to have to work himself around the octagon and not get cornered, not let his opponent push him past the black inner line, or he's going to be shooting a lot of takedowns because I think the dude does like to lean on his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu a bit. So he's going to need to not be pressed against the fence for whole rounds. He's going to need to stay out in the open, force the guy to box with him. I don't know if Justin has that foot speed, but I sure would like him to. And I'm going to go with Justin, the bad man, Tafa, by knockout, because I don't think he wins by decision. I think if it goes to decision, the other guy did his game plan.
Yeah, those Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters, you got to watch out for the longevity of them.
Especially when it's heavyweight, because they don't have a gas tank.
Oh, yeah, that's tough to move around on top, especially that fat fuck gets on top of you. It is hard to maneuver underneath them.
Yeah, try to get them off of you.
Damn, no, I wouldn't want to be that guy. Oh, that titty sweat right on top of you. Gross.
God damn, gross. Sick bastard. Lose some weight. All right, and for the co-main event, we have Zhang Magnum Wei Li versus Tatiana Suarez, the number one contender, Zhang Wei Li, the champ. Tommy, I know you are impartial to the Asians. What are you feeling on this one?
Oh, yeah. You got to show the Asians some love. Love you, baby. Yeah, I think you take the favorite on this one. You take Zhang on this one.
She's not the favorite.
Really? FanDuel is showing me she's the favorite.
She's plus 100. Tatiana, minus 128 on FanDuel. So odds are subject to change.
Oh, yeah. See, my thing was showing me now she's now the favorite at minus 113.
So it's moving.
It actually has them even right now. This is news break. It has them even, both at negative 113. So it is anyone's fight right now.
It has gone to a pick'em, live on Parlay or Die.
Fucking Vegas doesn't know what to pick. So guess what? We're not Vegas. We know what the fuck we're doing, and we're telling you who to take, and we're telling you to bet on the Asians. China just put on some tariffs on America, and so the Asians here have to really step up and show that why we don't fucking hate them. They're going to step up and show that karate that they invented. And yeah, she has more fights. I know Tatiana is undefeated, 11-0. But compared to 25 fights, that's a lot of battle time experience. Gotta go with the Asian.
To be honest, all day I was on the Zhang Wei Li side. We've seen her lift heavy weights up in single leg, like takedowns, over her shoulder. She's very strong. I love Zhang. She is a fan favorite for a reason. But then I do remember one of her losses being from Shevchenko in a heavy wrestling match. Tatiana is an American Olympian wrestler.
Ooh.
I think it is a bad matchup. I think that's what Vegas is kind of seeing because Wei Li's odds are usually getting like minus 700. She's a very good fighter. They had Tatiana starting out as the favorite. So I think that Vegas is seeing something here, like a matchup that's not good for Zhang. I think Tatiana might take this one, and maybe two Americans become champions at this event. Two Americans.
That'd be something.
Coming home with the belt.
And once again, you gotta watch those wrestlers. They have that leg strength. It's hard to keep them down. When you do get them down, they're fucking right back up.
Yeah, and Olympic wrestlers tend to take away that space, so you can't get away. You can't have any room to move. They wrap up really well, and they just really zap the gas tank on any weight class. They're a bitch to watch and bitch to bet against if you don't like betting on wrestlers, because they'll take your money.
Yeah, this one's a tough one, and we're even divided here in the studio. We may actually have to bring in a dog and decide it.
Yeah.
If only we had a dog on hand that likes to get picks and get pets.
Undefeated dog. Undefeated.
Ooh. We'll see. We may have to bring him into the studio, see if he can get out from his nap time later and make a decision.
I don't know. He loves his nap time. And for our main event, we have Driscus Still Knox Duplessis versus Sean Strickland, American made, riding a chopper. They say he might be a Grand Theft Auto character.
Oh, well.
Tommy, how are you feeling on this one?
Let me finish before anyone stops me. I'm taking Sean because he's racist. Hear me out. Someone that unlikable with that fucking dumb of an opinion and just maniac has to be good at something. And we know he can fight. And so this guy is fighting for his job, his social status, so he doesn't get fucking canceled. And probably fighting for his children, because I'm sure they're just any day now being taken from him. If he has kids. Don't know. Doesn't matter. So I'm taking Sean here, because I'm taking an upset, because he needs this one bad. And he's going against a white African. It's already confusing him. He's going to be going into the fight furious. So
He's definitely going to come in furious. This is a second fight. And even Dana White on the first one said that Sean Strickland should have took that split decision. I watched the fight. I thought Sean won. I did bet on Sean, so that is I think I won, and they stole money from my pocket. But Dana said it too, and the bald man is never wrong. They're both very awkward fighting styles. They fight like somebody that doesn't look like they know how to fight because they throw off step and off beat a lot. Sean fights out of a Philly shell, so he's kind of just in all the time, always blocking. Not a lot of people land on him. That's why he goes the distance most of the time because they can't land good shots on him. They usually wilt and tire out, and then that's when he just beats him up with punches, but not by power, just by how many that he's doing. I think coming off a controversial loss, you nailed it. He's mad. He's very mad. He looks bigger, even though he's the same weight. He looks like he's kind of restructured his body weight a little bit to where it's a little bit more muscle now. Driscus has beat me every time I bet against him. Every time. I even went to see him live, and he beat Bobby Knuckles in front of me in Vegas. I've lost every time. I will not bet against a fighter, or I will not bet a fighter who likes kissing his coach on the lips. I won't fucking do it. So I'm taking Sean Strickland, and Driscus can go butt fuck his coach for all I give a fuck. He's not going home with the belt.
Ooh, you heard it here first.
All right, Tommy. We have Jimmy the Brute Crute versus Rodolfo Traitor Bellato. I know the name's going to stumble you up, but Tommy, are you going with Jimmy Crute?
No. I'm a traitor to the brute. I got to say, Rodolfo is 12-2. He's just got fewer losses. I know they have the same win record, but just a little bit edge. It's neck and neck. And once again, going off looks, Rodolfo looks like a dumb guy. Like, he looks stupid, and those dumb guys are hard to beat sometimes.
You can't kill stupid.
I know. Ooh, I think that you're a safe bet on that one. What do you think?
I'm thinking Bellato as well. Crute's record in the last 4 fights is 1-3.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I think this loss will actually get him removed from the UFC roster, even though 12-5 isn't a terrible overall record. I think this one, if he loses to this guy, he's going to be out. And unfortunately, I think that's just the way it's going to be for this Aussie. He's going to get kicked out of the UFC in front of his own people. Sad to see, but we're here to make money, not fucking care about people's feelings. So I'm going Bellato to end Crute's UFC run.
Do you think that's why Dana told him to buy just a one-way ticket down to Australia?
He's like, you know what? Don't plan a vacation after because you're going to need that money. Your family has to eat.
You can't live off kangaroo meat all the time.
Plus, you suck at fighting. They probably beat you up. All right, next, Tommy, we have Justin, the bad man, Tafa. Aussie. He's from Aus. He's an Aus. Versus Taliesin. Zakau. Zhao. Zcow. Teixeira. Tommy. Don't say the dude's ring name, but what are you feeling on this one?
I'm actually liking the Aussie for this one. I like the upset. every now and again you see the home country kind of give a boost to the UFC fighters. And I think this is one of the ones, because we just bet against the Aussie on the last fight. I think this is the one where he actually gets some home field advantage on his fight. It's a little bit of an underdog, but I think you need to take an upset on one of these fights, and I think this is the one to definitely do it. No real rhyme or reason. I know the other guy is undefeated still, but that's one of the reasons I still don't like betting on undefeated guys. They have to fall eventually, and it always seems to be when I bet against them or bet for them.
I think on this one, Justin, I like Justin. Justin's a likable UFC fighter. He's just like one of the regular old Aussies that like drinks shoeies and is a fucking wild man. He's going in to fight somebody. He's not going to wrestle. He's going to fist fight somebody. Him and his brother both in the UFC. I like Justin. Like I said, he's more likable, has KO power. His record's a little bit back and forth as of late, but I feel like this is a good opponent to take his first loss. I think Justin's going to have to work himself around the octagon and not get cornered, not let his opponent push him past the black inner line, or he's going to be shooting a lot of takedowns, because I think the dude does like to lean on his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu a bit. So he's going to need to not be pressed against the fence for whole rounds. He's going to need to stay out in the open, force the guy to box with him. I don't know if Justin has that foot speed, but I sure would like him to. And I'm going to go with Justin, the bad man, Tafa, by knockout, because I don't think he wins by decision. I think if it goes to decision, the other guy did his game plan.
Yeah, those Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters, you got to watch out for the longevity of them.
Especially when it's heavyweight, because they don't have a gas tank.
Oh, yeah, that's tough to move around on top, especially that fat fuck gets on top of you. It is hard to maneuver underneath them.
Yeah, try to get them off of you.
Damn, no, I wouldn't want to be that guy. Oh, that titty sweat right on top of you. Gross.
In the co-main event of the evening, we have number one contender, Tatiana Suarez. Suarez comes in with 11 wins, 0 losses. She is the slight favorite at minus 128. And her opponent, defending champion, fan favorite, Zhang Magnum Weili. She's a 25-3 record, plus 100 underdog. Back to you in the studio. All right, and for the co-main event, we have Zhang Magnum Weili versus Tatiana Suarez, the number one contender, Zhang Weili, the champ. Tommy, I know you're impartial to the Asians. What are you feeling on this one?
Oh, yeah. You got to show the Asians some love. Love you, baby. Yeah, I think you take the favorite on this one. You take Zhang on this one.
She's not the favorite.
Really? FanDuel is showing me she's the favorite.
She's plus 100. Tatiana, minus 128 on FanDuel. So odds are subject to change.
Oh, yeah. See, my thing was showing me now she's now the favorite at minus 113.
So it's moving.
That actually has them even right now. This is news break. It has them even, both at negative 113. So it is anyone's fight right now.
It has gone to a pick'em, live on Parlay or Die.
Fucking Vegas doesn't know what to pick. So guess what? We're not Vegas. We know what the fuck we're doing, and we're telling you who to take, and we're telling you to bet on the Asians. China just put on some tariffs on America, and so the Asians here have to really step up and show that why we don't fucking hate them. They're going to step up and show that karate that they invented. And yeah, she has more fights. I know Tatiana is undefeated, 11-0. But compared to 25 fights, that's a lot of battle time experience. Gotta go with the Asian.
To be honest, all day I was on the Zhang Weili side. We've seen her lift heavy weights up in single leg, like takedowns, over her shoulder. She's very strong. I love Zhang. She is a fan favorite for a reason. But then I do remember one of her losses being from Shevchenko in a heavy wrestling match. Tatiana is an American Olympian wrestler.
Ooh.
I think it is a bad matchup. I think that's what Vegas is kind of seeing, because Weili's odds, you're usually getting like minus 700. She's a very good fighter. They had Tatiana starting out as the favorite. So I think that Vegas is seeing something here, like a matchup that's not good for Zhang. I think Tatiana might take this one, and maybe 2 Americans become champions out of this event. 2 Americans.
That'd be something.
Coming home with the belt.
And once again, you got to watch those wrestlers. they have that leg strength. It's hard to keep them down. When you do get them down, they're fucking right back up.
Yeah, and Olympic wrestlers tend to take away that space, so you can't get away. You can't have any room to move. They wrap up really well, and they just really zap the gas tank on any weight class. They're a bitch to watch and bitch to bet against if you don't like betting on wrestlers, because they'll take your money.
Yeah, this one's a tough one, and we're even divided here in the studio. We may actually have to bring in a dog and decide it.
Yeah.
If only we had a dog on hand that likes to get picks and get pets.
Undefeated dog. Undefeated.
Ooh. We'll see. We may have to bring him into the studio, see if he can get out from his nap time later and make a decision.
I don't know. He loves his nap time. For the main event, we have a middleweight title bout between number one contender Sean Strickland. He comes in at 29-6 plus 164 underdog. His opponent will be defending the middleweight crown, Dricus Stillknox Duplessis. He is a 22-2 fighter, coming in at a minus 215 favorite. Back to the studio. And for our main event, we have Dricus Stillknox Duplessis versus Sean Strickland, American made. Riding a chopper. They say he might be a Grand Theft Auto character.
Oh, wow.
Tommy, how are you feeling on this one?
Let me finish before anyone stops me. I'm taking Sean because he's racist. Hear me out. Someone that unlikable with that fucking dumb of an opinion and just maniac has to be good at something. And we know he can fight. And so this guy is fighting for his job, his social status, so he doesn't get fucking canceled, and probably fighting for his children, because I'm sure they're just any day now being taken from him, if he has kids. Don't know. Doesn't matter. So I'm taking Sean here, because I'm taking an upset, because he needs this win bad. And he's going against a white African. It's already confusing him. He's going to be going into the fight furious. So
he's definitely going to come in furious. This is a second fight. And even Dana White on the first one said that Sean Strickland should have took that split decision. I watched the fight. I thought Sean won. I did bet on Sean, so that is I think I won, and they stole money from my pocket. But Dana said it too, and the bald man is never wrong. They're both very awkward fighting styles. They fight like somebody that doesn't look like they know how to fight because they throw off step and off beat a lot. Sean fights out of a Philly show, so he's kind of just in all the time, always blocking. Not a lot of people land on him. That's why he goes the distance most of the time, because they can't land good shots on him. They usually wilt and tire out, and then that's when he just beats him up with punches, but not by power, just by how many that he's doing. I think coming off a controversial loss, you nailed it. He's mad. He's very mad. He looks bigger, even though he's the same weight. He looks like he's kind of restructured his body weight a little bit to where it's a little bit more muscle now. Dricus has beat me every time I've bet against him. Every time. I even went to see him live, and he beat Bobby Knuckles in front of me in Vegas. I've lost every time. I will not bet against a fighter, or I will not bet a fighter who likes kissing his coach on the lips. I won't fucking do it. So I'm taking Sean Strickland, and Dricus can go butt fuck his coach for all I give a fuck. He's not going home with the belt.
Ooh, you heard it here first. Zach, take us home.
Down in Nolens, Louisiana, we have the season finale to football. We have the Kansas City Chiefs coming in at a minus 110 favorite versus the Philadelphia Eagles, who is a slight underdog at plus 102. The spread is set at minus 1.5 to Kansas City. The over-under, 48.5. Back to you in the studio. Super Bowl 59 coming to us from the Big Easy, Nolens, Louisiana. We have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are coming in as a slight underdog at plus 102. The spread is set at minus 1.5, Kansas City. The over-under, 48.5. Who's got what it takes to cement themselves as a champion? To say, I'm the best in the world. To say, shit hasn't changed in 3 years. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the picks start now.
Here, we finally made it after so many weeks of fucking turmoil, fantasy, injuries, weather. I mean, fucking name it. Aaron Rodgers doing his normal bullshit. We finally come to the pinnacle, this Super Bowl.
The NFL season finale.
Yeah.
The script is written already. We've already seen 18 episodes played out. And then some, bonus episodes there for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Tommy, they have bets all over the board for this one.
They do.
They have bets that you don't have to be a football fan to know or feel confident in. Like the coin toss. You can bet on the halftime performance. You can bet on the Gatorade color that the coach will be wearing after. There's so many things you can make money on, Tommy. We're going to talk about almost all of them. Every one of them. We're going to give you shots here. Opportunity.
Thank
Tommy,
God.
coin toss. We're going to start at the opener of the game. Coin toss. What are you going with? What are you picking?
This is one that I have been going back and forth all week. I'm so undecided. We've talked, as you know, in the studio, we have our production meetings and whatnot, and we knew this was going to be so divisive of a fucking game that we actually had to prepare ourselves physically as well as mentally. So that is why we have this nice spread of homemade gumbo and wings, New Orleans style, just to prepare ourselves, get us in the right mindset for gambling on this game.
To get in that southern state of mind down there in Louisiana.
We needed the spice, and we've got it. This stuff is hot. And just like being on fire, tails never fails. You go with the tried and true. I know every time you go back and forth, you don't want to take tails. It's the obvious answer. You say, you're going to go head. You tell people, I'm going to pick head. And you always have some old idiot that goes, I know I always like to pick getting head. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to make a real fucking gambling bet here. I'm taking tails. It's a tough decision for me. I go back and forth, but I'm sticking with my answer. Jay, what are you feeling?
This is an all-the-time thing for me. It's like hitting on 16. You either do it all the time or never at all. And I go, tails never fails. I mean, you literally can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It rhymes.
It rhymes.
It's got a zing to it. Sounds good. Coming off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just what's going to fucking happen. I foresee it in the future. I can see it in my mind's eye. Tails. Never fails. All right, so I'm going tails.
Solid.
For the next bet, Tommy, what color Gatorade will Andy Reid's cheeseburger-loving ass be wearing? Or, what? You know what? I didn't give away a pick there. Also, Nick Sirianni could be wearing a Gatorade. He could be wearing a Gatorade. Dom could help dump it on him. I'm not going to give away any picks. But, Tommy, the coaches, what Gatorade color?
Now, this one is interesting because, correct me if I'm wrong, but for the last 2 years, hasn't the Gatorade color been the same?
It has. It has been purple. I've hit both years.
Wow. That's heavy to take into consideration. Personally, my favorite flavor of Gatorade is the yellow. I like the lemon lime one. When you think of Gatorade, I think you just think of that classic Gatorade, that long, narrow tube, fucking Gatorade. The guy sweating yellow. Looks like he has a liver disease. I love it, but I don't take it because it's never yellow. I don't know why people don't like yellow. I feel like I'm honestly like shouting to a void when I was like, I like yellow. No one else ever echoes back. I don't like blue. Blue's the obvious answer for this choice. Everyone always takes blue. I think it's a heavy favorite under purple. But I'm going to mix it up here. I think you take red. I don't like red, but I know it's a classic fan favorite. People like the red. And regardless of who wins, I think there's a statement to be made. The Chiefs are going to use red because it's their color. They're like that. Pat themselves on the back. We did it, three-peat. The Eagles are going to dump red as a big fuck you to the Chiefs. Like, ha 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 ha. So, red. I think red's where I'm going.
I have a different mindset, Tommy, because of the one word that a couple words you were using in your description there. Do they like the flavor? I think the one that gets dumped is the one that's not liked because there's the most in the cooler.
Ooh, that's smart.
So I'm going to go. That's why I think purple has been the last 2 years. It was the most left. I think it's like a watered down grape flavor. Lemon, lime, that's a favorite. That's one of the originals. Orange, that shit's going to be gone.
Oh, yeah.
I think red is in a cooler. It's going to be gone. I think your hot shots here are either blue or purple. I'm going to go purple again. And I think it looks good on both coaches. It's my favorite color. I'm ready to hit again. You know what they say? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. I think the script writers know that. And they're like, let's give him purple again. No one's going to think, purple 3 years in a row? 3 years in a row on purple? No one's going to believe that.
A three-peat for a three-peat?
A three-peat for a three-peat.
Ooh.
I'm going purple.
Wow.
All right, Tommy, we are going to... Let's just start off the top here. Project your projected score for me on this game. What are you seeing?
Oh, this one's good. Because the spread's 1.5. Chiefs favorite. And we all know why. They're a good team. But we know why. They're going to have to be battling those refs the entire time, the Eagles are. So I think they're going to try and keep it close. We may actually see an overtime score. So I think this is actually within a single touchdown game. This is definitely not going to be a blowout. Heavy scoring, but I don't think it's from the Chiefs. I think the Eagles' defense is going to put up a big fucking wall for them to get around. And with that tush push, unstoppable. I'm looking at Eagles 32, Chiefs 26.
If you guys saw the shock on my face, Tommy, do you know what my predicted score was?
No.
I was sitting at my desk at work today, and I swear it hit in my head like a message from God, a snapshot from God, a Fujifilm, if you will. I wrote down the score, 32-27 Eagles.
Wow.
So I think we are cooking with a hot bat here.
Wow.
We're not psychics. We're not twins that share a mind or anything like that. I think 32-27, that was mine. That was what I saw in my mind's eye. That's a 5-point lead. It makes the game not a field goal game at the end, which is I could see something happening there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Eagles control the clock with their run game and their offensive line. Run that clock. Don't give Pat Mahomes time to score at the end.
Never.
I think 32-27 Eagles.
Wow.
What makes me nervous, though, because I mean, I obviously told you my pick. I believe in the Eagles. The NFL reached out to Pat Riley and purchased the use of using three-peat. So script people out there that believe in the script, that the conspiracy theorists, there's something for you. Did they pay for this already because they know a three-peat is going to be needed? Those shirts are going to need to be made? You be the judge. You be the judge. That's all I'm going to say. Other props, Tommy. What are you feeling in this game? We're going to do real football props. What do you like?
Let's go ahead and get the obvious out of the way. Touchdown scorer, Saquon Barkley.
That's also on my sheet. My God. Maybe we were twins. Born in different years. Born 4 years apart, we are twins.
In different cities with different mothers. But, no, I think this is an obvious one. This is the final fuck you to the Giants, and he deserves it. I mean, he has had a fuck of a season. I mean, he's just ran over top of everyone, and I don't think anyone's going to stop him on the Chiefs.
He is the number one in a season for scoring touchdowns, average scoring touchdown play, 32 yards.
Yeah, right.
So he is scoring from at least 32 yards out on most of his plays. I will say it's because Jalen Hurts takes all the short touchdowns, so he doesn't have that in there to lower his average on touchdowns. Only his long ones, because if it's any short, Jalen Hurts is getting the ball.
Good point.
So, yeah, I agree with you on that one. Did you have any more?
Yes. For as much as the Chiefs play their offense and like throwing the ball, I think you take Patrick Mahomes for throwing his over. He's going to be on his game extra. The refs are going to give it to him. We just know they're going to give him those extra first downs when he needs it. Those inexplicable when he throws it down fucking field, 50 yards, and there's a pass interference. I know he doesn't get credit for that, but the ball is going to be moving. Patrick Mahomes is going to hit his over first throwing. I just think that's what's going to happen.
For mine, I'm thinking anytime touchdown score Saquon Barkley, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're a riskier person, I think he gets 2. And you'll see why when we talk about MVP of the game. Little teaser there. I'm going Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown. By the way, parlay all these up. I'm trying to make you money here. I'm not nickel and diming you. I'm going to go Dallas Goedert, reception on the first drive. Dallas Goedert in their playoff games has had a catch on every first down drive except against Washington because Saquon Barkley scored on the first play for a 60-yard run.
Yeah.
So he was not allowed to be given the ball because Saquon said, I got this, my guy, and ran it to the house on my boys. Fucking dickhead. And then, so yeah, Dallas Goedert, first catch drive. Xavier Worthy, catch on the first drive. I think they're going to try to get him going early. I think it's going to be that screen pop pass that they throw out to the outside. Try to get short yardage, but I think they're going to try to get him going early. Dallas Goedert, over 60 yards receiving. I think he's been a mainstay in their passing game this playoffs. He's been there for years as a safety blanket. I think Dallas Goedert's going to have a big game. 60 yards. And that's all I would parlay together. On that one, you'll make some good money.
I got one last one. I think you take the Eagles' first half spread to cover. The Eagles are known for starting off hot. The Commanders and so many other games before that. The Commanders, they always had to play catch up because the defense is just so solid in that first half. They have to make those halftime adjustments, and then by then it's already too late. Take the Chiefs to do the exact same fucking thing. It's going to take a fourth quarter miracle from Patrick Mahomes to get it within their earshot to score. But before then, they got to go down. Take the Eagles to cover first half.
That's some good insight, Tommy, because there's something that happens in the mindset of a coach that does that goes up early. It forces the other team to not run the ball, and the Eagles have a buzzsaw as cornerbacks. They have one of the best defensive backs crew in the league. Cooper DeJean, Kenyon Mitchell, Darius Slay. They're monsters. You're not going to want to throw against them, and if you're forcing for Pat Mahomes to have to throw it against them more, I think there's going to be issues, especially with that pass rush they have. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty. Nakobe Dean is back, playing defensive back. That's pressure, and he's a good coverage back or linebacker. I think you are correct. If the Eagles go up early and lead the first half, I would honestly take the Eagles to win the game if that happens. Take first half paired up because that's what they need to do to win is to put the Chiefs on their back foot for the rest of the game.
Oh, definitely. Easy.
All right, and then we are going to go to Tommy. Who do you think is taking the MVP of the Super Bowl? Super Bowl 59 MVP.
I'm not going with the favorite, Patrick Mahomes. I just don't think Kermit has it. This should be a no-brainer to anyone who's watching NFL like a game this year because every commercial, every little clip at the bottom has his stats, has news about him. It's all anyone has talked about all year besides Taylor fucking Swift. Saquon Barkley. I know. MVP. He has set records. He could have broken more records if he just didn't have the Super Bowl to worry about. You know, the toughest game of the year. And I think this game is where he throws his weight around, proves his paycheck, and shows the world why the Giants may be the dumbest fucking... I mean, the Giants are actually competing with the Dallas Mavericks right now for the dumbest fucking head coaching and administration in sports.
Fun fact. Sunday is Saquon Barkley's birthday.
Fuck. Well, that settles it.
That settles it. He's getting MVP. He's getting a new car for the MVP.
See, that's like Peyton Manning. His 200th win happened to be his final Super Bowl. Oh, what a coincidence.
I happen to be the Panther. Fuck me.
I also happened to be against Cam Newton. Fuck.
Fuck everybody. All right. For mine, I'm going Saquon Barkley. Like I said earlier, I think if you're a brave man, 2 touchdowns. I think that more than would pave his way to the MVP if he has 2 touchdowns at the end of the game.
Easy.
Especially on a projection of 32 points. That's 14 of them. That's more than a third. So, to have more than a third of your team's points, I think that sets you up right. And lastly, we have the halftime bet. Tommy, who do you believe that Kendrick Lamar is bringing out at halftime? Besides what he's already announced, this is a person that he has not announced that will be surprising the crowd. Who do you think that person is?
Boy, this one is a tough one, man. You have to figure out not only who does Kendrick Lamar really like, who also fucking hates Drake so much that they're willing to drop everything they're doing in their life, fly out to New Orleans, and call him a pedophile on live stage.
Metro Boomin.
Mitch. I think he has a free time, yeah.
He said he'd do it for free. He said, just give me a bus.
No, I think you go with a heavy favorite here for me. I'm going with Future. Also because I would really like to see this show. I'm a little biased. I think that'd be bad fucking ass. What do you think?
I think Metro and Boomin are like the easy picks, but I don't know if you're planning it as somebody and you want to have that shock factor. I don't know if you go with the obvious answer because they also helped Kendrick diss the fuck out of Drake. I think at plus 250, Travis Scott is a sneaky one.
Ooh.
Travis Scott is on a hot streak right now with being in big events. He is the Raw theme song now with 4x4, his new song.
Oh, damn.
I feel like he's popping up everywhere. Everywhere I'm watching something, they're like, here's Travis Scott. So
That's the Kardashian effect.
yeah.
Anytime one of them touches it, their career just fucking skyrockets.
And the Jenner, she's a Jenner too. I can't remember which one he's with because I don't
Kylie?
follow them.
Kylie?
It's Kendall or Kylie, but either one.
He a fan.
Well, that's all we have for you today, guys. We want y'all to have a wonderful Super Bowl weekend. Have awesome Super Bowl parties, or do what I suggested and don't have Super Bowl parties and men really enjoy that fucking Super Bowl. But regardless, have a good, safe weekend, guys. We have a great episode coming out for you the week after, next week. And I don't know what we're going to fucking do with no football. So that's going to be an interesting episode to watch. Tommy, do you have anything to send them home with?
Absolutely. No matter what your instinct tells you, do not drink that 7th beer. Do not shoot your gun into the sky every time you think a touchdown is going to happen. I know it sounds like fun, and it probably is.
Do you think Yosemite Sam is in our fan base?
No, I just know how much fun it is to shoot guns into the air whenever your team's winning and when you're about to win a bet. Don't do it. You don't want to hit a murder charge right now. This is the worst time to get a murder charge. The jails are full. It'll be forever before you see anything. So don't instead. What you want to do, every time you think about shooting a gun into the sky, go into your computer, phone, tablet, or smart device. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe to this channel. Maybe go to Spotify or any major platform where your podcasts are streamed from. And like and subscribe there. Leave a fun comment. maybe mention your favorite Super Bowl pick and/or bet. Jay?
And I think that's enough to send them home with. Tune in next week for the next episode. We have the T-shirt QR code after this here, right as soon as it concludes. As soon as it cuts, it's going to be right there for you. Buy the T-shirt. There's only a week left. Thank you, everybody. We hope you tune in next week to see what the fuck happens, because we just don't know.
We might take up darts or knife throwing.
Korean basketball.
Ooh. That's hot this time.
Korean baseball, elbows bowl. We got we got perspective here. We got some things we can look into. But we're not fucking betting on tennis. I won't fucking do it. I said it last week. I won't bet on tennis. I won't watch it. It's garbage. It's gobbledygook. I won't do it, Tom.
I don't love it. No.
Have a good week, guys. Thank you.
Adios.